The rumor began when I posted a short video of myself driving a Bentley to buy groceries. Speculations ran wild.
Jack Thompson, come here and explain this for me.
I grabbed Jack by the ear, causing him to grimace.
Emily, could you please put your clothes on properly?
I looked down and realized my dress neckline was too low, revealing the lace edge of my bra.
I didn't expect you to be so well endowed.
Ugh, shameless pervert.
I glared at him and quickly changed into a t-shirt. 10 minutes later, our class group chat exploded again. Jack replied with a mischievous tone.
Yes, it's true. Emily Smith is indeed being kept. I saw her get into an older man's Bentley with my own eyes.
I felt a rush of heat to my head. Our complicated relationship started with a car accident. My second-hand Jetta rear-ended a Bentley. A pot-bellied, balding man in his 50s got out of the Bentley. I took a deep breath, knowing I would be working to pay off this car for the rest of my life.
Sir, I'm sorry for damaging your car. Are you hurt?
The old man ignored me and looked at the two cars, patting his thigh in distress. I decided to fake a sprained ankle, intending to fall into his arms.
Emily Smith, your acting is too obvious.
Embarrassed, I looked up to see Jack flicking ash from the passenger seat. In our junior year, I got drunk and accidentally kicked Jack's sculpture, his graduation project. Because of my mistake, Jack had to repeat a year, turning from my senior to my classmate. The 4S shop quickly sent someone to tow the Bentley. Jack insisted I get in the car with him, afraid I would run away. I stubbornly wanted to stay as my Jetta also needed repairs.
Miss, repairing this car isn't worth it. Towing costs $500, replacing the bumper is $800. You might as well add a few hundred and buy a new one.
Seeing Jack and me at a standoff, the 4S shop technician came over and said this, making my face burn with embarrassment.
Emily Smith, is this how badly you're doing after graduation? You might as well not drive this car. Take the bus or subway. It's eco-friendly and safe.
What a heartless comment. Damn. The after-sales manager, dressed in a sharp suit, respectfully led Jack and me to the VIP lounge to wait for the repair estimate. His politeness made me feel like I was also a valued customer. I gently blew on the foam of my coffee and took a sip. The creamy taste was smooth and rich. After finishing my coffee, the manager reappeared.
Mr. Thompson, due to the severe damage, the repair costs total $800,000. The details are as follows.
Charge it.
I sat there, sipping my coffee slowly. Having money is great. The latte in the VIP lounge was much better than the instant coffee in the main hall. The manager held the POS machine, and Jack remained motionless. After a few seconds of silence, he turned to me.
Emily, charge it.
Can you cover it for now? We're old classmates. I promise to repay you soon.
Your earning speed can't keep up with inflation, so I would still be at a loss.
What should I do then? I don't have any money.
Don't cry, young lady. If it doesn't work out, you can be Mr. Thompson's driver. The monthly salary is $18,000, with full benefits and accommodation. I need to go back home to take care of my grandchild anyway. Work hard for a few years, and you'll pay it off.
Is that okay?
No.
It has to be okay. Otherwise, you can sue me. I don't have any money, and your car won't get repaired.
It doesn't matter. I have more than one car.
Jack made a move to leave, and I quickly grabbed his sleeve.
I can do anything. I can write reports, drive, cook, and clean. My cooking is excellent.
Using the dealership's printer, Jack drafted a 20-page contract on the spot, detailing my job responsibilities, including but not limited to being a nanny, driver, assistant, and cook. Earning that $18,000 wouldn't be easy. I glanced sympathetically at the driver. The funniest part was the non-compete clause at the end of the contract, forbidding me from taking similar jobs at other companies in the future.
This is workplace exploitation.
Sign it or leave it.
I tearfully signed my name on the contract. At the 4S shop, Jack insisted I get in the car with him to tow his Bentley, fearing I would run away.
I want to stay here and wait. My Jetta also needs repairs.
Miss, repairing this car isn't worth it. Towing costs $500, replacing the bumper is $800. You might as well add a few hundred and buy a new one.
His words made my face burn with embarrassment.
Emily Smith, is this how badly you're doing after graduation? You might as well not drive this car. Take the bus or subway. It's eco-friendly and safe.
What a heartless comment. Damn. At 1:30 a.m., Emily was sleeping soundly at home when Jack called her repeatedly, demanding she report to the office within 10 minutes. If she was late by even a minute, he would deduct $1,000 from her pay.
Jack, are you serious? It's the middle of the night.
Cursing him under her breath, Emily quickly got dressed and used a ride-hailing app to get a car. At 2 a.m. sharp, Emily arrived at the office building, woke up the security guard, swiped her access card, and took the elevator. The 20th floor was pitch dark. She tried calling Jack on a video call, but he didn't answer.
Jack, where are you? This isn't funny.
Using her phone's flashlight, Emily finally found her way to the general manager's office. Just as she was about to curse him, she saw him slumped over the desk, pale and sweating profusely.
Quick, take me to the hospital.
Couldn't you have called an ambulance?
But she didn't say the latter part out loud.
Can you walk?
Yes.
He looked like a docile little rabbit, devoid of his usual arrogance. Emily helped him downstairs and took him to his regular private hospital. Fortunately, it was just acute gastritis, and some oral medication would suffice. However, given Jack's delicate condition, the doctor suggested he stay overnight for observation.
Don't leave. I want you to stay with me.
Emily placed the oral medication on his bedside table. Moonlight streamed in through the window, casting a warm yellow glow on his head.
He looks so peaceful like this.
She slowly leaned in, wanting to kiss his soft lips. His scent filled her nostrils, but just as she was about to kiss him, he started snoring. He turned over and slept like a little pig. Damn it. That night was truly unbearable. Jack's snoring was thunderous, and Emily lay awake until dawn. The next morning, the doctor came to check on Jack, but he was still asleep. Emily's eyes were bloodshot, and she looked more like the one who needed hospitalization.
Miss Smith, Mr. Thompson is fine now. However, he had previously scheduled a minor surgery but never got around to it due to his busy schedule. Please remind him to get it done to avoid any complications.
An idea popped into Emily's head. She pretended Jack was on vacation and, as his family member, signed the consent form for the surgery. That beautiful morning, Jack was put under intravenous anesthesia and underwent a painless minor procedure while Emily lay comfortably on his still warm bed, taking a nap.
I wonder how he'll thank me after the surgery. He can deduct as much money as he wants. I don't care anymore. The poorer I get, the more carefree I become.
When Emily woke up, it was already 2 p.m. Jack had added a companion bed to the room. He lay there pitifully, receiving in 4.
Why didn't you call me when you woke up?
I did, but it was useless. You were sleeping like a pig.
Any remaining sense of guilt vanished. For dinner, Emily ate Jack's favorite spicy boiled fish right in front of him.
I'm hungry. I refuse to eat takeout or hospital food. I demand you cook and bring food from home.
You have got to be kidding me.
Emily underestimated Jack's persistence.
Here you go.
She placed a bowl of pigeon soup heavily on the small table.
This is for nursing mothers.
The doctor said you need a light diet with some nutrition. Just try it. I simmered it over a low flame for 2 hours.
After some persuasion, Jack reluctantly took a sip and found it quite tasty. He quickly finished the whole bowl and started devouring the pigeon meat.
What's this?
Nothing much, just a highly nutritious herb.
Jack retched, vomiting all over Emily. It was utterly disgusting.
Ugh, this is just great.
Thankfully, the room had a shower. Resisting the urge to hit Jack, Emily went to take a bath. The private hospital's amenities were like those of a 5-star hotel, with all the toiletries being from L'Occitane.
My eyes lit up. I usually couldn't afford such luxury.
Emily indulged in the L'Occitane bubbles, singing loudly.
I love bathing. My skin feels so good.
Emily, if you don't come out now, I'll fire you.
Jack started howling again, reminding her that he was still lying in a mess of vomit, unable to move. Emily quickly threw on a bathrobe and went to help him. Her wet slippers made her slip, and she fell hard, losing her bathrobe in the process. Jack's face turned red, and he groaned in pain, pressing the call button for the nurse. Emily hurriedly picked up her bathrobe and hid in the shower, listening to the doctor.
What a mess. In all my years of practice, I've never seen someone tear their stitches from vomiting. Mr. Thompson, you must have quite the strength.
I squeezed all the samples I brought back from the hospital into small bottles, completely absorbed in the task. Jack, lying energetically on the sofa after a week of my careful care, mocked me.
How can a girl live so roughly? You don't even have a complete set of cosmetics.
I ignored him and continued filling the bottles, not expecting a wealthy person to understand the life of a girl from a poor neighborhood. The next morning, while washing up, I found all my bottles and jars missing. After searching everywhere, I finally found a brand new set of La Mer on the coffee table. Jack had written in his neat handwriting.
A gift for Aunt Emily.
A blush spread across my face. It seemed Jack had a special feeling for me. Could it be that Jack likes me? I shook my head vigorously, trying to shake the thought out of my mind, but to no avail. In the evening, I timed it perfectly, turning off all the lights in the house and setting up a candlelit dinner. I put on glamorous makeup, wore a high-slit cheongsam and black stockings, showcasing my charm to the fullest. I waited, and finally, I heard footsteps outside the door. I quickly sat on the shoe-changing bench in the hallway, rubbing my ankle, exposing my fair neck, long legs, and delicate profile. For a few seconds, the whole world was silent, and the air seemed to freeze. Oh, my irresistible charm, Jack must be mesmerized by me. I looked up, my eyes seductive, only to see Jack followed by his male assistant, Kimmy. Both of them had complex and awkward expressions.
Sorry, the power suddenly went out at home. I went to reset the breaker and twisted my ankle.
The next second, Jack turned on the lights, and the assistant tactfully turned around and gently closed the door for us. I closed my eyes with anticipation, puckering my lips, ready to immerse myself in love.
Emily, you overcooked the steak. Also, remember to add rosemary next time.
My pink bubble of fantasy burst completely. Damn it, I was just being self-indulgent. Before bed, I opened my WeChat moments. Some people were traveling, some had received their dream job offers, and some were selling face masks. But undoubtedly, I was the most miserable one, burdened with a huge debt. The world is so big, yet I am stuck in the kitchen, wasting my prime years. What's worse, Jack doesn't like me, and I foolishly fell for my creditor. Could I have Stockholm Syndrome? Forget it, I won't think about it. Early to bed and early to rise is good for health. I need to save my energy for work. I sadly opened my calendar and marked an X on it. Debt repayment countdown, X years and X days left. It was our junior year, during finals. I got drunk and accidentally kicked Jack's sculpture in the art studio. It was his graduation project, and because of my mistake, Jack had to repeat a year, turning from my senior to my classmate. Since then, whenever he mentioned me, it was always with a look of deep resentment. The 4S shop quickly sent someone to tow the Bentley, and Jack insisted I get in the car with him, afraid I would run away.
Emily, get in the car. I'm not letting you escape this time.
No, I need to stay and wait for my Jetta. It needs repairs too.
Miss, repairing this car isn't worth it. Towing costs $500, replacing the bumper is $800. You might as well add a few hundred and buy a new one.
Seeing Jack and me at a standoff, the technician's words made my face burn with embarrassment.
Emily Smith, is this how badly you're doing after graduation? You might as well not drive this car. Take the bus or subway. It's eco-friendly and safe.
What a heartless comment. Damn. I moved out of Jack Thompson's house and returned to my small rental in the city. While packing, I found the set of La Mer skincare products. I distinctly remembered leaving it at Jack's place. I had no idea when he put it in my bag. The La Mer looked out of place on my cheap plastic nightstand. I must have looked just as out of place in that house. After paying the rent for my small apartment, I had almost no money left. Surviving was my top priority. I lowered my expectations and quickly found my first job, working as a sales associate at a mid-range luxury brand. During my internship, my main tasks were cleaning and learning display techniques. I was exhausted every day, earning a monthly salary of $4,500. For dinner, I had a packet of instant noodles with a boiled egg. I suddenly missed Jack. I wondered what he was doing, if his day went well, and most importantly, what he was having for dinner. Without comparison, there is no harm. I missed my life as a housekeeper earning $18,000. I also wondered how fortune and wealth were doing and if Jack was feeding them. I had been working for over 10 days. My supervisor was a middle-aged woman who smiled at customers but made my life difficult. This morning, she had a rough start, bending over to help a social media influencer try on shoes. After trying on 7 or 8 pairs, the influencer finally chose one but then noticed a missing rhinestone and refused to buy it.
Emily, how could you miss the rhinestone on that shoe during the morning display?
Supervisor, I didn't display the shoes. You should ask Wang Jia.
Of course, she wouldn't trouble a full-time employee, so she continued to make my life difficult.
Then make sure the bag section is spotless and smile more. Don't look so gloomy.
Cleaning during business hours was ridiculous, but I obediently grabbed a cloth and bucket to get water from the restroom. When I returned, I saw Jack trying on clothes, and my supervisor was attending to him. I quickly hid in the employee break room. An hour passed, and Jack had tried on almost every piece of men's clothing in the store.
Sir, should I wrap these up for you?
Just when I thought he was going to buy everything, I heard him say lightly,
I don't want any of these.
I peeked through the door and saw Jack walking away, leaving my supervisor in shock. It was so satisfying. Finally, it was time to leave. As soon as I exited the employee passage, I saw Jack waiting for me openly. Afraid my supervisor would see him, I quickly grabbed his hand and started running.
Emily, are you finally not mad at me?
Jack smiled, handing me a pair of disposable chopsticks after cleaning the edges. We ran for 2 blocks, and my legs were killing me. Jack found a small stall and ordered 2 bowls of wonton soup, letting me sit and rest. I didn't want to talk to him, so I kept my head down, adding vinegar, scallions, and chili oil to my soup.
Emily, don't suffer here. Come back home with me.
No, I have my pride. A person of integrity doesn't accept charity.
In my heart, I had long forgiven Jack, but I couldn't give in so easily. I wanted him to know I wasn't someone to be trifled with.
Turns out you know each other. Emily, you don't need to come to work tomorrow. My supervisor suddenly appeared behind me, and I felt a chill down my spine. It's not like that, supervisor. Let me explain.
Yes, I came to get back at you for Emily.
Great, now I was completely jobless. I sat in the passenger seat of the Bentley, feeling defeated, as we returned to Jack's house. The room was dark, and I instinctively reached to turn on the light, but Jack grabbed my hand, pulling me close to his chest. He lifted my chin with one hand.
I won't let you leave me. You belong to me alone.
I closed my eyes.
My little housekeeper, I won't let anyone bully you.
I knew he couldn't say anything nice. However, I was somewhat pleased that Jack upgraded my room. He let me stay in the guest room and filled the closet with brand new dresses. At least he had some conscience. What touched me the most was the bouquet of roses on the nightstand, with a card that read, "Welcome home, my little princess." Jack still liked me, didn't he? I took out a rose and, imitating a Korean drama heroine, started counting the petals. Soon, the bouquet was stripped bare. To make the most of it, I scattered the petals in the bathtub, added essential oils, and prepared for a luxurious bath. I slowly undressed and stepped into the tub, surrounded by pink bubbles. Just as I closed my eyes to enjoy, Jack rushed in, standing in front of the toilet, taking care of business.
What are you doing?
I covered my chest, eyes wide with shock.
Why are you taking a bath here instead of your room?
I looked around the bathroom. Damn, I had come to the public bathroom downstairs.
It's your fault for making me stay in the housekeeper's room for so long. I got used to it.
I turned away, refusing to admit my mistake. We had seen each other naked, so I guess we were even. The 4S shop quickly sent someone to tow the Bentley, and Jack insisted I get in the car with him, afraid I would run away.
I stubbornly wanted to stay and wait, as my Jetta also needed repairs.
Cheerful, miss, repairing this car isn't worth it. Towing costs $500, replacing the bumper is $800. You might as well add a few hundred and buy a new one.
Seeing Jack and me at a standoff, the 4S shop technician came over and said this, making my face burn with embarrassment.
Emily Smith, is this how badly you're doing after graduation?
He paused and added,
You might as well not drive this car. Take the bus or subway. It's eco-friendly and safe.
What a heartless comment. Damn. In our junior year, during finals, I got drunk. I accidentally kicked Jack's sculpture in the art studio, a graduation project he had spent an entire year on. Because of my mistake, Jack had to repeat a year, turning from my senior to my classmate. Since then, whenever he mentioned me, it was always with a look of deep resentment. The 4S shop quickly sent someone to tow the Bentley, and Jack insisted I get in the car with him, afraid I would run away. I stubbornly wanted to stay and wait, as my Jetta also needed repairs.
Miss, repairing this car isn't worth it. Towing costs $500. Replacing the bumper is $800. You might as well add a few hundred and buy a new one.
Seeing Jack and me at a standoff, the 4S shop technician came over and said this, making my face burn with embarrassment.
Emily Smith, is this how badly you're doing after graduation? You might as well not drive this car. Take the bus or subway. It's eco-friendly and safe.
What a heartless comment! Damn!